Okay, in this video, we're going to look at integrating a telephone AI agent, a phone agent that you can call on your cell phone or any landline device or on a SIP phone. And we're going to integrate that with ServiceNow to create incident tickets. So if you don't know me and who I am, my name is Brett Wallace. I've been doing AI automations for a year now under my own company, Agents Discovery. We're always looking to implement more work or train your teams on how to set these things up or implement and advise anything like that. I think the term people are using now is called AI transformation partner, which is a true statement. I totally agree with that statement. So we're going to switch my screen to how we're going to set this up. Okay, you should see my screen now. So what we're looking at here on the left is a AI agent builder called within Telnyx. I like Telnyx because it's a telephone company first, and that matters because a lot of your other agent builders like VAPI, Bland, Synflow, they're not telephone companies first. So you have an extra level of complexity and integration needed to kind of make things work, right? So you have to create sub-trunks somewhere else or give it phone numbers somewhere else. So the Telnyx agent builder is really good. This is just one way of building an agent, but I really like this because it's simple. And we're going to quickly get into why this being a telephone company is important. So if you look at the green highlights here in the agent's prompt or in the agent's instructions, these are what are called Telnyx system variables, and they all start with Telnyx. These matter because this gives the AI agent context of who called it, caller ID, and then what the current time is, and what the agent's phone number is, and also what the conversation channel is. So without these variables inserted into your prompt or instructions, the AI agent during a phone call can be very awkward and cause a lot of friction in not knowing it's on a phone call or not knowing the current time, things like that. So that's why that matters. That's why I like the agent builder in Telnyx, and why I recommend it to everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to integrate into ServiceNow, and we're going to create a incident ticket. We're going to call it on the right here is my little VoIP telephone dialer, but you could use your cell phone or whatever you want. For all you griefers out there, yes, this is the actual live phone number, but probably after this YouTube tutorial is done, or when I'm making more YouTube videos in this series, I'll simply disable the phone number to turn the agent off. So feel free to grief all you want, but I'm just going to disable it. So again, what we have here is a very basic prompt and setup in Telnyx Assistant or an agent. We go to the calling tab and we've assigned it a phone number. It's an important detail. And then we're going to go back to the agent itself. And so we're going to create a custom webhook tool. Now, they do have a lot of integrations here. I haven't tested any of these. I have tried the ServiceNow integration before, and it didn't work as expected. And it's better to write your own, in my opinion, because you need to control what information is sent back to the AI assistant. So we're going to go back to the agent, and we're going to create this tool now. Now, tools are typically API calls, but sometimes they can be database calls. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this AI assistant a greeting. We'll start it with, hello, ServiceNow support desk. Is this a new or existing issue? Existing, how do you spell that? EXIS, existing issue. I think that's important because it's kind of how ticketing in ServiceNow works and the expectation when you call ServiceNow line. So that'll be the greeting initially here when you call the phone number. Assigned to this agent. Again, that's right here. That's this phone number over here. And this greeting kind of gets the conversation set and keeps everything moving in the right path and keeping the phone call short. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a called tools down here at the bottom, tools. And we're just going to go to add tool on the right. And we're going to focus on the webhook tool. Now, webhook is API call, so same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect to ServiceNow. In ServiceNow, this is my PDI instance. Anybody can go get you a PDI instance of ServiceNow. Go do it if you don't know how. And in ServiceNow, they have a pretty good, really outstanding REST API Explorer that allows you to look at REST API calls to connect to the system. So that's what we're looking at here. And we're specifically looking at the incident table here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this create record post, and we're going to go to our AI assistant, Telnyx, and we're going to call it create incident ticket. Okay, and so this is where the fun part comes in. With typical API calls, traditionally have just been static, and you put in some code somewhere, and then they're accessed later. Maybe they have some variables that then go into them. This is where the technology around AI is a little bit different. So you're basically prompting a outline or a structure of an API call that allows this assistant to intelligently use it and fill out the values itself. Now, the values that it has access to and the data it can pull back and update will be dependent on the outline or the call we give it. So that's what we're doing here. So in the description, it's always good to give it a quick overview of this is kind of like the main prompt. So you got like prompts inside of prompts, right? So inside your API webhook tool or your API connection, it's like a little mini prompt that then the assistant reads and tries to make sense of. So I like to start my prompts with little dashes like that. And then I'll say use, whoa, that got crazy. Use this to create ServiceNow INC or INCI incident tickets. I'm not sure we're going to do anything more than that. That's pretty generic, I think. Yeah, we'll just go with that for now. So we're going to use a method of posts, and again, the URL and the method is derived, or we got it from the Table Explorer and ServiceNow. And we're going to go to the URL. We're going to do it like that. And this is me earlier. This is the URL we need down here. This URL, towards the bottom. Oops, towards the bottom here. So we're going to put that into the tool. And what this URL is doing is it's pointing to my specific instance, in this case, my PDI. And then it's saying, hey, return these fields, the number, the incident number, and the short description. So that's what's going to come back in the response after the assistant makes the API call to create the incident ticket. So what we have to do now is add some headers. And right now we're going to do authorization. Now we're having basic authorization because I don't have any OAuth or anything like that set up in my PDI. This is just to show what's possible and hopefully drum up me some work. That's why I make these videos and show people how to do things. Yeah, feel free to steal my tokens, PDI. I don't care. So what we're going to do is earlier I created a user to make these calls, a Telnyx assistant user. And it has its own access. I'm getting that access token now is what I'm doing. Just got to find it. There it is. Okay. So we're going to do basic, and then that's the access token. The access token is not super secure, but it's better than nothing. Again, PDI, I don't care. Steal it, all you elite hacksaws and griefers. Go ahead. It's just a PDI, and there's no valuable data to extract from any of this. All right, so we're going to move on. We need to add some, is it query parameters? I can't remember. So we're going to go back to the REST Explorer. What are we doing? So we got the sysparam fields, request format. I think all I need is this. If you're not familiar with JSON, that's what I just copied. That's what typically goes in the body of a API request, but that's not. It's kind of outside the realm of what I'm explaining in this video. So we're going to do a short description. I'm just going to copy the whole thing in there, and then we'll get back to short description. There we go. The string. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but here we're doing some more prompting. Anytime you see in Telnyx a description, you're trying to teach or show or explain to the AI how to use this specific field within the API request. So you got the overall description up here. Hey, this is what this integration does, or this API call or tool does, and then down here you've got the body or the paths, the key value pairs that go into the API request. And so what we have to do is kind of describe this. Okay, so this is a 1 to 2 sentence. The end. I don't think that's spelled right. I think there's spell check in this. I'll get it later. This is a 1 to 2 sentence summary of the complaint or issue. The caller. I gotta check this. Man, spelling can be pretty hard. Make sure that's right. Nope, I spelled that wrong. It's very unfortunate. Hard for me to get all this stuff right. I gotta do this. I have become completely dependent on spell check. It's gotten really bad. So anyways, yep. So again, we have the overall description of what the API does, uses to create ServiceNow tickets, and then we have the short description, what we're sending in ServiceNow via the phone call. I'm going to go back to REST API Explorer, make sure to do anything else. I think that's all I did. Yeah, that looks like it. So create incident tickets, short description, body parameters, headers, got the headers, query parameters. I think, no, I did query parameters in the URL. Yeah, I did query parameters in the URL. So we're not going to break them out. We're going to keep them in one big long URL. So show you what I'm talking about. Anything after this question right here, this question mark, in the request for information from ServiceNow, query parameters, and you can put them as different fields in the request, but we're just going to leave them in the request URL itself instead of adding them to the query parameters here. So that's kind of the quick overview of how to initially add the tool here. I think that's everything we need. I'm just going to go ahead and hit save. We're going to hit save again. And in the prompt, we're going to add a little bit more prompting here. Goal, I like to add goals. I just see something wrong with my prompt. Again, I like to start lines like this. That's just my preference. So in the goal, we're going to say assist caller with ServiceNow incident tickets. Okay, so that's pretty generic. I've never tested this. I'm doing this live during the screen share during this video, and I think that's it. We're gonna try that. Okay, first test. Here goes. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it works first try. That would be very nice. On the right here, I'm going to call it. I've already put the phone number in the dialer. So here we go.
Hello, ServiceNow Support Desk. Is this a new or existing issue?
I got an existing issue. My laptop won't start. Can you create a support ticket for me, an incident ticket?
I've created an incident ticket for your laptop issue. Can you provide any additional details about the problem?
I just won't start.
Thanks for the update. I've noted that in the ticket. Is there anything else you'd like to add or any other issues you're experiencing?
No, I don't think so. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. If you need further assistance, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye. Okay, so in Telnyx, we have a like a history log or a call log on the analysis. We're going to refresh on that. And I just called it, yep, that's current time. We're going to look at the call log. And then basically we're going to see if it actually created the tool, that actually created the incident response. or the incident ticket. I don't see it in the response. I may have forgotten to give it response results, but we can go into ServiceNow and see if it created it. What we're going to do is go back to the incidents table. Actually, I think we're going to go, because I just know how the sequential numbering works. I'm on the 4th ticket in my PDI. Let's see if number 5 works. Yeah, so it created one, so we're going to click on it. Didn't add the short description, so that's an issue. So we'll work on that. I think I know what I did wrong, but during the call, it did create the this activities right here shows that the Telnyx assistant did indeed create the ticket. We just didn't add the short description in the required fields. So we're gonna go back to that and check that. So we'll go to the agent, we'll go to the create incident tickets, and then we'll do the body parameters. Yep. So I missed this. This is very important. Required. Got to make sure the required is checked for the agent to fill this in, and make sure that they add it to the ticket. Very important. So also one more thing I want to add. I want the response in the tool calls sysparam fields to return. I don't know why I didn't return. We're going to try to fix that. So we're gonna try it again. So let's try it without this. All right. So I'm going to save. I'm going to call back over here on the right on my phone.
Hello, ServiceNow support desk. Is this a new or existing issue?
Existing. It's a new issue. I need to report an incident. My desk phone just won't turn on. It's just kind of dead.
I've created an incident ticket for your desk phone issue. Can I assist you with anything else today?
Um,
Is there anything else you'd like to report or need help with?
I don't think so. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need further assistance, feel free to ask. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. Bye. So we still have a bit of an issue here. The short description is just not going in. So we're going to take short underscore description. That's the name of the field. So why is this not going in the body parameters? I'm creating these tickets, but I'm not updating the fields themselves. That's what we're trying to fix. Again, I have not tested any of this before the video. I'm doing it live here on the video. So post authorization works. Body string short description is written right. Short description, string required. We're gonna try it one more time. I don't see anything wrong. Testing is very important, always very important for anything. And then we're gonna try it one more time.
Hello, ServiceNow support desk. Is this a new or existing issue?
It's a new issue.
Can you please provide a brief summary of the issue you're experiencing?
Yeah, my laptop is just flickering. It doesn't do anything other than just flicker.
I've created an incident ticket for your flickering laptop issue. One of our technicians will reach out to assist you shortly. Is there anything else I can help with?
Let me hold on 1 second.
Sure, I'll wait while you take a moment. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
Nope, that's it. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. If you need any further assistance, feel free to call back. Have a great day.
Bye. Okay. That wasn't the exact issue I reported on, but we're gonna get the sync up here. But as you can see, the incident ticket was created and it did write the short description there this time. If you're watching carefully, I was just simply going up, incrementing by 1 in the incident numbers because I just knew where I was at in the PDI as far as the numbers of the incident numbering scheme and where we're at in the rows. I think this was the last call that came in. Was talking about this. So again, this is why it's important to do testing to make sure your sync is upright. But uh, that's it. So what you could do in the future is possibly, for the caller, you could have the AI agent update or create any of these fields, update and create any records you give it access to. Maybe the caller, you could add Beth Aglin, everybody's favorite from all the um, ServiceNow training courses and CSAs and all that. But to do that would probably drag this video out really long, and I think that's all I'm going to show for this. Yeah, for this demo, I think that's pretty good. So, um, again, thanks for watching. This is just one example. I'll probably add more videos like this in the future and make this a series where we keep iterating and adding on to the ServiceNow agent and its capabilities. And yeah, thanks for watching. So please reach out to me. My calendar should be somewhere in the video or maybe in the LinkedIn post. I don't know where I'm putting this. And reach out to me for any other automations or kind of work related around this, around AI and automations and kind of orchestrating um, systems externally, internally. Again, this was a phone call to an AI agent that did ticketing for a ServiceNow instance. Thank you. Bye.